I'm going to be sharing 10 skills that are going to boom in 2025. In fact, if it doesn't boom at the end of 2025, come and hold me ransom. I'm going to pay you money if none of these skills booms in 2025. And I'm just going to be running down through them. Number one, anything around the AI, right, and machine learning, anything around AI, pay serious attention to it. Because the way AI is like taking over the whole world right now, I remember back in 2020, I told some people that AI was going to like take over their jobs and all that, and boom, where are they today? I'm not saying what I said was good or what I said was amazing, but it's just the truth. That's how the truth sounds. It's bitter. It comes with its own back and forth. So anything around AI, you should pay serious attention to AI. Now, the next thing or the next skill I'm going to advise you to learn, if you're looking for a skill to learn, is called data analysis, right? You know, with the way the world is going right now, everything is going straight into spreadsheets. Everything is going straight into database, whatever, and all that. I'm really not an expert in all those regions, but one thing I'll let you know is that if you're very good at data analysis, if you can analyze data for companies, you are going to make a lot of money in 2025. That should be one of your focus, because trust me, man, data analysis is something that literally every company uses. Like, data analysis are sought after. If you know your onions, if you can present yourself out there and show your work, you're literally going to make a lot of money for yourself. In all my companies, I do a lot of data analysis. I want to know, okay, what exactly is working in the company? What should I increase? What should I reduce? What should I stop? All these things are super important. Now, number 3 is anything marketing. All right. Personally, I do CPA marketing, and I've made over 400 million naira from CPA marketing in the last 2 years. And this is something that literally everybody can do. Okay. So anything around marketing, because no matter what happens to the world, no matter how advanced AI gets, there's always going to be buying and selling. How you know a business is going to last for a very long time is when the business obeys the principles or the basic principle of life, which is supply and demand. The fact that everybody is always going to be buying and selling means that marketing is always going to exist. So anything around marketing should be good for you. Personally, what I do is I help companies get new customers, and I make a lot of money for myself. So if you want to learn that, I'm going to drop a link down below in the description so that you can hop on it and like understand what CPA marketing is all about. So your focus should be things like advertising, helping people know how to run ads, helping people know how to use AI for marketing as well. Okay, so imagine you having a combination of being very good at AI and also being very good at marketing as well. That's totally going to like it's going to make you look like somebody who the company like wants forever. Now, another sector that I feel a lot of people are going to want, or a lot of companies are going to want in 2025, is cybersecurity. Okay, because everything is going online, the privacy and security of company assets and all that has become super important, because now we have a rise of hackers right now, and we need people to stop those guys, right? So it's very simple. If you know how to do cybersecurity, it's going to change your life. There's so many cybersecurity programs you can take out there. There's stuff on Google, basically everywhere. Like, you can do cybersecurity as much as you want, right? So number 5 will be anything around visual, but for AI and virtual reality. And there's a reason why I'm talking about virtual reality, because you see how all the big companies are releasing like gears around virtual reality and all that. There are people who are specialists in creating all these graphics around VR. Like, okay, so if you know, or if you start paying attention to it right now, by the end of next year, when there's a boom in virtual reality, in fact, it will get to a time where everything you see on all these movies, like the holograms and stuff, they're going to become a reality, and somebody has to design all those systems. Okay, if you're among the first people who understands the principles of doing all these things, I'm telling you, you're going to have what is called the first mover advantage. And the reason why I'm even writing most of all these things is because I want to give you an advantage. Okay, I want to give you an advantage, because when you start doing something first, of course you can make mistakes and be among the first people to make mistakes and all that, but you still be among the first people to make a lot of money from that particular business. So anything design in virtual reality, you should pay attention to it. Then anything around blockchain technology, Web3, crypto. You know, one thing I like the crypto market with, that's I'm in number 6 right now. One thing I like the crypto market with is the fact that there's a lot of hype around it, and during that time when there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of money flow. So if you can follow the trend and follow the hype and learn anything around Web3, learn anything around decentralized finance, learn anything around cryptocurrencies, see, the buying and selling and the trading of futures they're doing is the least among the opportunities that we have in crypto. And if a certain person becomes the US president, trust me, man, it is going to be extremely bullish for crypto. So if you want to like get into that market, I would suggest that you start looking into it like in a deeper level. Now, number 7 is anything around remote work and collaboration tools. Now, there are a lot of people who have become experts in some applications. I'm talking about applications like Slack, Asana, Notion, all these apps that helps big companies collaborate. These are apps that you can study, understand them in a very in-depth manner. In fact, you go to Fiverr now, or Upwork now, or LinkedIn now, and type Asana expert, or you type expert with social productivity tool like Notion. You're going to see people who are charging as high as like maybe $300 per hour, $500 per hour to help companies set up all this system. This is something you can literally just do on the side and like literally make a lot of money from. In fact, you can easily get a job with any company as in on the levels of like HR just because you know how to do all these things. This is something that you can actually look into right now. Now, number 8 is anything around green technology, renewable energy, climate change, like courses like carbon footprints, energy technologies, sustainable business models. Trust me, man, if you can hack this green whatever, this green scandal that the government is using, it's called, so I have it in my list here, sustainability and green technology. So anything around climate change, any skill around climate change, renewable energy is going to do well for you. Personally, I learned about renewable energy in like 2015. I think I was like 16 or 17 years old back then, and man, to today I'm wishing that I started as early as that. Of course, it's not still too late because it has not even caught up with a lot of other countries yet, and because the world is trying to like prevent climate change and they're trying to see how they can go totally green using renewable energy sources like batteries, using stuff like solar energy and all that. I'm telling you for a fact that if you have knowledge in that particular sector, that shows like you can literally make a lot of money in 2025. Now, number 9 is UI/UX design. UI/UX is one of my favorites because there's always going to be need for people who are critical thinkers. It even tallies with my last point here. Okay, so anything around UI/UX, that's number 9, and anything around problem solving and critical thinking is always going to help you. All right, literally, if you're a UI/UX guy and you can do really good websites, you need to think about it in a deep perspective. Whenever you're thinking about learning something, the first question you need to ask yourself is that what is the international standard? What is the world doing around this particular business? How is the world going to perceive this work that I've done? Is it going to be perceived as something that was released by somebody who doesn't know what he's doing? Or men seeing my work, are they going to automatically perceive it as something that was done by an expert? If you can conquer these two, I'm telling you for a fact that you attract a lot of money to yourself. And when I talk about critical and design thinking, like critical thinking, that's number 10. Man, there's so much money you can make if you can just think. Because I used to say something that the way technology is advancing right now, it's to get to a point where people won't be able to think for themselves. So if you can, I feel almost embarrassed saying this, but if you can think, I'm telling you for a fact, you're more employable than a lot of other people who are just puppets and who just want to take instructions and do things the way the company wants it to be done. Your ability to think is what makes your work different, what makes your work authentic. All right. So those are like 10 skills I feel that you need to have in 2025. I'm just gonna like leave them on the screen. Yeah, that's it. So remember to check out some of the resources I have in the description if that interests you, and be good.